What's up, guys? I got another performance review today. The subject is the Nike Lunar Hyperdunk 2013. This year's model in the long-running line of team shoes by Nike in the Hyperdunk series. Just to, I guess, get it started here, we'll start with the traction pattern here. I've felt that the traction on these is pretty darn good. Probably some of the best traction that I've experienced on a shoe in a long time. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but yeah, you can kind of see it there. This traction pattern is really aggressive. You've got a lot of the peaks that are good. Instead of traditional herringbone, instead of it being like a I guess a front to back pattern, this is more like lateral. So that's pretty cool. Traction was really good. On a clean court, you get some really good squeaks with these things, which is always, I guess it's more of a placebo effect. You hear it and you think it works better, but honestly, I didn't have any problems with the traction at all on these. Thought it was really good. Moving on to the cushion of the shoe. Honestly, the cushion in these, to me, even though it's like the, I guess the spotlight of marketing on this shoe, with these being a Lunar Hyperdunk, to me the cushion was the worst feature on this shoe. I'm really picky about my cushioning setups. I prefer a really responsive cushioning. You can see on these, you can see, I guess, well, on some of it you might be able to see it. There's some good compression folds in here. That means that the foam's doing what it's supposed to do. It's absorbing impact. And just to kind of explain, I know it says Lunar Lawn on these. It's not full-length Lunar Lawn like in the Kobe 8. You've got a Lunar Lawn section of foam here in the heel, and then a targeted section in the forefoot. The rest of the midsole is all Phylon. It's a lightweight foam. It's it's not too bad. And then of course you've got the foam wraps up and also goes onto the heel here, which provides like a heel counter, to provide stability, but reduces weight. The cushion on these, honestly, when you first try them on, they feel pretty flat. As you wear them, the Lunar Lawn does break in a little bit, and they do start to feel a little bit softer. Now the good news is that with this, it's a fairly low profile cushion setup, so you do get really good court feel. I did like that about it. The court feel is really good. Also, with the way that the outsole is segmented, you get good forefoot flexibility. Range of motion's pretty decent. But the cushioning, in terms of if you prefer, like me personally, I'm a Zoom Air guy. I've been a Zoom Air guy since it came out. I love Zoom Air. That's probably my favorite cushioning system ever. Period, hands down. If you like Zoom Air, you probably won't like these. There's no response at all. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I've tried a few other shoes that are basketball shoes. Like I tried last year's Hyperdunks, the 2012s. I mean, the cushioning does what it does. It's there. I'm not a big fan of it, honestly. I would much rather have targeted Zoom Air units if the Zoom Air is done right. I'd rather have that. But that's just me. Cushioning was okay. Moving on to the fit and support of the shoe on the upper. The upper's made of, just basically synthetics. It's a really flexible hyperfuse material. You've got the exposed dynamic flywire, like they showed last year's model, debuted that. I feel like this version actually works really well. The fit last year on the 2012 Hyperdunks, I thought was terrible. I hated the fit. They fit so small, so narrow. It was just, I hated it. And plus they had like this garbage hard plastic, a hard rubber outrigger that would just dug into my foot. It made the shoes almost unwearable for me. I've got kind of a flat, wide forefoot, so I like having a lot of people don't like having toe box room I prefer to have extra room in my toe box, just because if my toes are really crammed, my feet will go numb, and I like having that range of motion, in here. If I tie my shoes pretty tight, and with the right shoe, I'm not going to be sliding around. I'll wear a thicker sock. It'll make up for it. I prefer to have that extra toe box room just so I can wiggle my toes and they don't fall asleep on me. The fit on these is perfect. One of the best fitting shoes I think I've ever played in personally. Another thing I liked is that they used, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the tongue was really nice and padded. The good padding in the collar region. If you wear low cut socks, these actually wouldn't be too bad. I like, and of course it's also got like an inner sleeve that goes all the way down. We probably won't be able to see it, but there's an inner sleeve that goes down. Ventilation's really good on these. Of course, you've got a real thin mesh tongue. The cutouts on the side you can kind of see there. There's pretty decent airflow on these. Support's really good. You've got a TPU shank in the midfoot for torsional rigidity. Usual stuff there. The overall fit of the shoe, it just provides most of the support. In terms of lockdown, the lockdown was really good. I felt like they're kind of a high-ish top, mid-top shoe. They don't really play like that. They play with decent range of motion, good flexibility, really good overall team shoe. I don't understand why they can't put. I guess I understand because probably Lunar Lawn's cheaper. It's probably cheaper than Zoom Air to make. I know the price of the shoe doesn't reflect that. They're still $140 retail. Honestly, $140 retail for this shoe is a ripoff to me. Honestly, for $140, my knees should not kill me after I play in a few hours in these things, like they do. I know foam is supposed to be more shock absorbent, or disperse it's supposed to disperse shock evenly. There's not enough foam in here to really matter. For me, I'm not a big guy either. I know I weigh probably 170 pounds. I play on the perimeter for the most part, but the way that my foot strike is, I'm really tough on cushioning setups. I prefer having just really thick responsive cushioning. That's why I like Zoom Air. If they could nail the cushion down, this would have been a practically perfect shoe. Everything else in the shoe I really liked. If I had to give them a score out of 10, 1 being lowest, 10 being the highest, I'd give them an 8 out of 10, just because everything else in the shoe was really, really good, except for the cushioning. For me personally, I can't play in these real often because of that. I can play on them occasionally if I'm playing for a short period of time, but long periods of time, I need more cushioning. That's just me. You might be different. A lot of people love them. It's a good team shoe. It's kind of a do-everything shoe. It kind of covers you on pretty much everything. Good traction, good fit, good support. Size-wise, if you have a wide foot like I do or flat feet, I would go up half a size. My true size is a 10.5 in most shoes. I went up to an 11 in these just because the toe box issue that I've got. That's just me personally. It's up to you. If you like a snug fit, go true size. Try them on, obviously, if you can, in store. Some people, I don't know what it is, people are scared to try shoes on these days. Go in there and try them out. If they don't work, don't buy them. That's just all there is to it. But yeah, Lunar Hyperdunk 2013, decent shoe, not terrible. Good all-around shoe. So, there it is. Have fun, guys.